Namaste, dear listeners, and welcome to the Iowa channel Astro In with Abhi, Oneness in Astrology and Spirituality, bringing in awareness for Abhi. Now, before I move any forward, if you have already subscribed to my channel, good, very, very good. If you haven't, please make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, share button to as many people as you possibly can that you think will benefit from my insights. Now, let's go straight into it. There was a question given to me to create a podcast to discuss the do's and don'ts for all the planets that are in retrograde. Now, I've already done the Venus retrograde, the do's and don'ts. I've also done the Mercury retrograde, the do's and don'ts. Now we're going to go on to Mars, the Mars retrograde do's and don'ts. Now, let's discuss what a retrograde is. A retrograde is when a planet is moving further away from Earth. It's moving in backward motion. Now, every planet gives off a certain kind of energy. Now, depending on that energy they give off, when the planet is in retrograde motion, which is moving further away from Earth, that energy that it's giving off is less impacted on Earth. It's less. The impact of that planet's energy is definitely more less, which which can have a detrimental impact on all forms of life, or a huge impact on all forms of life, or a subtle impact on all forms of life. All that matters is how the piece of life is handling that kind of energy. Now, what does Mars govern? Mars is the planet that governs that go-getter in you, that drive, that passion, that sexuality in you, that desire in you. I like to describe Mars as the dimension where he sits in the Muladhara dimension, the root dimension, and the sacral dimension. Mars is the planet that governs the masculinity. Um, Therefore, you'll see Mars is a planet that is the ruler of Aries and also Sagittarius, and these two signs are the warrior signs. So obviously, Mars, it's because of Mars that warrior. He's a warrior planet. So he's that feistiness in you. Now, when Mars is going retrograde, we got to look at which sign is Mars retrograde in, and based on that sign in relation to your natal chart, we can then establish which area of your life is impacted. For example, if Mars is going retrograde in Aries, or Mars is going retrograde in Aries, and you are a Pisces, Sun Pisces, Lagna Pisces, Mars is retrograding in your second house. So here, you know, you can find all kinds of delays. You have to work more hard, more difficult for your finances. Whoever owes you money, they might not pay you. The probability of them not paying you is there. You have to work twice as hard. You could be, you know, if you applied for any kind of loans, bonding, any kind of finances, you'll see that um, the rate at which or the speed at which this is getting concluded is very low. So this delays the whole process and could cause all sorts of issues with regards to the whole process of that application. And this can be seen even in your finances with the Mars retrograde. Yeah, in the second house of earned income, the money that you earn, you might find it very difficult to even save that. And second house aspect, the eighth house of transformation. So I'd like to describe this as a placement where you would find it difficult to even do your normal job. Just the basics, you'll find a bit, you'll be drained out. You'll have to work twice as hard for your wages. You'll feel like you're working twice as hard. It's just a very difficult time if you are not in tune with yourself, if you're not grounded, and if you're not practicing the right foods, if you're not practicing Surya Namaskar, a certain kind of yogas or what have you, then you're not one with the planets. You are being governed with the planets. If you're practicing certain kind of yogas, then you transcend beyond the planets. The planets don't have any impact on you. But for most human beings, they are still stuck in the 3D world, the physical body, the mental body, the pranayama body. So here the planets have a total impact on you. If you haven't hit the fourth dimension and fifth dimension, which is the fourth body of transient and the fifth body of bliss, then you are still stuck in the 3D world. If you are beyond that, the fourth and fifth, then the planets have no impact on you. Now, what are the do's and don'ts during a Mars retrograde? Well, firstly, what you should do is look at where your money has been going for a number of years. What are the things that you are spending on? Look at the things that you are spending on and what it is that you are spending on that you don't need to. Look at your energy. Where are you wasting your energy every day? What can be cut? Are you wasting your energy spending 2 hours on social media, 3 hours on social media? Are you sitting and listening to people gossip for an hour every day? Look at where you are spending your energy. Remember, energy is life. Look at where are you spending your life. Where are you wasting your life? This is a good time to cut off wastages. This is the good thing that you should do. You should look at where you're spending your energy, and this is a good time to start cutting down on that. This is a good time to look at your budget, where how you're spending your money. This is a good time to work within your budget. What are the don'ts during a Mars retrograde? Definitely starting any kind of project is a no-go zone. When you start with a Mars retrograde, the chances are you'll have to work twice as hard, and in most cases, you'll never be able to complete it if you complete that in the given timelines that you have, if you've given yourself or somebody has given you. It's definitely not a good time to start any relationships, not a good time during a Mars retrograde to get married, have a baby, or sign any important documentation as well. Why? Because with the Mars retrograde, that ability in you to see the finer lines between everything is limited. You have to work twice as hard to feel, to be able to read, to feel. Your sensory perceptors is not heightened during this stage. So during the stage with the Mars retrograde, you have to work twice as hard to transcend. You have to work twice as hard to reach heightened intuition. So therefore, during a Mars retrograde, for most people, it's not a good time for you to be taking on any big projects or taking on any new projects. Firstly, it's also not a good time to um, launch something in your career or in your personal life which completely changes you. For example, marriage. A lot of people, getting married, and you see during a Mars retrograde, the people that have decided to get married during this time, there's all sorts of chaos on that wedding day. There's all kinds of chaos even after the honeymoon day. There's difficulty. A lot of people, their relationships get spoiled immediately after the wedding. The tension is there. It stays during the honeymoon, and even after that, the relationship is never the same. So during a Mars retrograde, all sorts of chaos can break off. A lot of people are very edgy. You'll find a lot of people edgy. A lot of people, short-tempered people get aggressive very quickly. Lots of road rages that are happening. You also got to look at where the sun is placed to determine this year. You got to look at where Pluto is based to determine this year in your chart. But you would come across these kind of things: road rage, impatience from people, even yourself, anxiety, frustration, uh, inertia, lack of sleep, insomnia. These are the things happen during a Mars retrograde. So the things that you should not do is to start anything big in your life, and the things that you should do is look at your budget and look at where you can cut down on spending finances and definitely spending your energy. Right. So that's it from me. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe for more content like this. If you'd like to listen to more of my insights and my teachings on astrology, then definitely hit the subscribe button, like, and definitely share this to as many people as you possibly can. Thank you very, very much, dear listeners. Jai Shri Ram, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Shri Krishna, and Hari Bol. Goodbye.